Okay, we're back, and this time we're going to talk about the canards and the structure that supports the canards on the nose cone. We're going to work with one side. In this case, it will be the left side. Now, remember, the canards, the hinges need to be facing the back or umbilical side of the vehicle. We have the nose cone segment here, and the way to identify which side is which, look at the top of the rings of the RCS thrusters, those little ovals that you were supposed to mark. These are the ones. So this section should be the umbilical side. This is where the flaps are going to bend, are going to flex. All right, we have one of the canards already built, so it will go this way, and the hinge will be facing this way. So that means that the hinge will be here. It's the narrow part, just like the wing. So these are the parts that make the entire system, and it's actually this component, this centerpiece, that it has to be folded, and one side is narrower than the other side. All right, just like the wing, this one has the narrow side where the hinge has to be centered to. Okay, how does this piece looks unfolded? It's like this. You have to score these lines and make it like a trapezoidal. It's actually a trapezoidal shape. The bottoms are curved, following the contour of the shape of the curvature of the nose cone, and there are going to be the metallic skins that will cover these white spaces. All right, these metallic skins. Notice that one is narrower than the other one. Now here there's an option. I made a little cut. I cut this little piece here, this notch, and because that is part of the hinge, and with a Sharpie I color the section that it will be under. So we glue this part, and it will resemble as if there's a little hinge there. Okay, part is neat. So we're gonna glue this segment, and then I'll explain the wider part that has the paper component and the skin component, just like the wing. So we're going to pause the video, and I'm going to apply glue, and I'm going to glue these pieces. So here it is. I'm letting this piece dry. I'm applying some clips to hold this piece in place. All right, this is the metallic skin on the narrow side. All right. And I'll be working on the wider side. Just as the wing, it has this tab that it has to be folded and glued, making it rigid. It will work the same as on the wing. This wider edge will prevent the canard to move the other way. We're going to apply glue here, and then we're gonna glue it. This segment has been glued, this tab has been glued, it's rigid, so we're gonna leave it there while we do our next step. Now, we're going to place the first pin, the bottom, and the top and bottom pins vary on the shape. One is more symmetric, meaning that this one goes all the way to the bottom, and this one will go at the top of the canard. It has a trapezoidal, more curved, slanted shape, triangular slanted shape, following the contour of the tip. So this will be glued later. We're going to glue this here to the bottom, just like this, matching both edges at the bottom. Okay, all right, let's do that. We're going to apply glue. Just use the Elmer's glue. Okay. And by the way, these pins here are glued with crazy glue, so they will last more. All right, let's now glue these parts together. We can use some tweezers or some, in this case I have hair clips that I make use of to keep it glued. All right, so we're gonna wait a few seconds there, a few minutes, until it glues completely, and then we can move on to the next step. Okay, so these two pieces are firmly glued, you can see. And now we're going to find the canard that matches with this side. The two canards that you should already have assembled. This is pretty straightforward. It's the same thing as how the MK1 canards were assembled. Now find the one that has the hinges markings. In this case, this is the side that the hinges should be featured, and we're just going to slide the opening into this pin. Remember, you are not going to glue this. The canard, the same as a wing, is going to freely move with those pins. We're going to insert it there, you can see, and now we're going to close the top by putting the other pin. This pin now is going to be glued here. Well, when I mean that, it's only this face. This base is going to glue with this one, but not the pin. The pin will slide in just like that. So we're going to apply glue here in this segment. Not crazy glue, just regular Elmer's glue. All right. Match the shape. Remember, I mentioned that one of the top pin has a slanted angled shape. This should go with the wider side of the support, and this will go through the narrower side. So first we're going to place the pin inside the canard. If it doesn't work, just open a little bit the top of the canard, the hole, open it, making it rounder to allow the pin to slide in. There you go. And now center and press until it glues. All right. We're going to put a clip here so it will keep it glued. Just make use of any tools you have to keep these pieces together. Just like that. We're going to wait like that. And this is, you can do the same thing with the other side, preparing both parts before you glue it to the nose cone. And we still have to put one more piece here, okay? But we're almost done. We're gonna let this part glue, which is very important, and then we move on. Okay, we have almost completed the canard supports. Here are both sides, but we only have connected and glued the silver portion of the narrow side. Now we're going to do the wider side. That wider side has two components. One, a paper. It's paper or cardstock version. You already have folded in such a way that this tab has been glued together and it makes it rigid. And the shiny skin that will go on top of this segment. When you glue both, you will have one shiny end that is symmetrical that will go to the bottom of the canard, and the white non-shiny slanted piece that will go on top. All right, so let's glue these two and then we'll complete the canard. We're going to apply Elmer's glue on this side. This whole face, this whole side is where the skin is going to be glued. All right. So now align them perfectly. And there you go. So this piece is ready to be glued onto the rest of the canard, completing the whole process. And where does it go? It will cover the wider side. The metallic end will cover the base, the bottom portion of the canard, and this one will be glued on the top, just like that. Let it glue a little bit. Let's wait. Now we're going to apply glue here on this part. Here as well. Okay. So getting it ready. One step at a time. Let's match these ends, and we'll cover there. We can put a pin a hair clip to just hold it there while we move on to the top. Same thing. Glue the side. This rigid side will prevent the flap or canard to move the other way. All right, there. So now you have the completed aero surface, the canard, aero surface, aero covers for the canard. We're gonna put some hair clips here to let it dry. We'll wait until it dries and then we can glue it to the nose cone. In the meantime, I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. In our next video clip, we will glue these onto the nose cone. Okay, and here it is, how the canard has been glued to the side. All right. The reference points, as I mentioned, are the two rectangles, the little rectangles here, the one at the bottom and one at the very top. And the rectangle on the top should be visible, but the one on the bottom have to be covered. So that's how this should be aligned with the nose cone. Okay, use crazy glue and to apply this, and be sure you are placing it in the correct location with the hinge facing towards the back of the or umbilical area of the vehicle. All right, now we are going to move on to the very tip of the canard, the curvy pointy feature. Okay, that's next. Okay, and now we're going to assemble the pointy tips that go on the top of the canards, just like the wings. So it has a flat triangular curved side and one that it's like a shark fin that needs to be shaped, curved, following the contour of this. So we're going to bend these tabs just like this so we can glue both parts all together. All right, it will go like this. So let's apply glue, and this is just regular Elmer's glue. And just like that, be sure to, with the use of a tweezer, glue the tabs on the back. Like this. Making sure the edge is neatly aligned and glued. We're gonna do the other one, and then we'll put it, we'll cover the top portion of the canard. Okay, so here we have the two pointy ends that will go on top of the canards, and they're going to be placed now following the same way we did with the body. This is the area where the hinges are shown, so therefore the pointy sections have to be pointing towards the back. Okay, you could see the relationship. It's like the beak of the bird with the wing, just like that when it's flying. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing with the nose cone. So here they are. Canards have been installed. This is the area where we're going to be placing the pointy aerodynamic covers. Orient yourself. This is where the hinges are. Therefore, it's like a bird we showed. This is the wing, and we're going to put the beak here. All right, just like that. Okay, it fits in place nicely as long as you have glued this piece well. Using instant glue, you're going to put it like that, trying to cover the whole white area. All right, let me see if it shows there. Okay, let's apply that. Apply the glue. Even without the glue, it stays in place, but it's because it's well shaped. So we're just going to apply glue, and we'll do it on both sides, and then we will finish this. Okay.